What's going on YouTube? This is going to be part 3 of my Weiss Schwarz collection that's probably worth over 15k. Long story short, I just want to showcase exactly, every year, like where I'm growing, how far I'm growing, and, it's going to get to a point where I'm just going to stop because there's just not going to be any new sets. But today we're going to go over Haruhi and what I'm missing here. So as you can see, I'm missing a lot of stuff here. Again, this is more or less I started with particular sets like SAO, and then I think the next one was Idolmasters, and then it came to something newer after that. During that time is when I started watching Haruhi and all these other animes, and that's when the collection just started going one by one. But slowly but surely we're definitely going to fill everything in, so I kind of want to document everything like that, where we're missing cards. And yes, I know I did say I wasn't going to buy any more cards, but I did buy more cards. Yeah, bought more cards again, just to fill out these little spots here and here. Well, this one is the one that's missing. This is 71. I do have to pick up the Japanese version. 100%, that's what I have to get on this set. I do want the usual Haruhi SP. Cannot find that at the moment, but it'll come up sooner or later. The set in general, this is going to be just a collector's piece. Not a lot of people play with this particular set anymore. And just the reason is the power level is too low, or, not a lot of people like Haruhi, right? But long story short, a lot of the older ones have specific mechanics where it's not comparable to the newer sets that do come out. Got all the promos up here as well. Most of these are pack fresh, except the promos. I am missing this one from the trial deck. The issue with this particular one is that the trial decks also include some of the cards in the first one. That's why the trial deck is not as popular. Yeah, it's just not as popular. I don't even know if you can get an SP in the trial deck. I know there's just the super rares and stuff like that. But again, slowly but surely this will all come together. This is the extra booster full-on set. I think I'm missing one card because I accidentally put it on TCG Player that I had one and I could not find it. And yeah, that's basically what happened on there. I think you're gonna find it. This particular portion is just dreaded. Yeah, the reason the Endless 8, I didn't know that we're going over and over again to like the 3rd episode, and that just sounds like, dude, seriously? We do have this SP as well, the Bamboo. The extra boosters in general are easier to get. There's quite a few of them still out in circulation. People have not sold it. This was overprinted, so keep in mind that when it comes down to just this set in particular. Here you go, the SR that I'm missing. And I wish when they do these extra boosters, they would do a different art for the foil version, right? These are a little bit older. They do, if you do leave them out, they will curl, so keep in mind that. And I think I'm done with here. But the other SP that I do have is the SOS Brigade Leader Haruhi, and again, I want the usual Haruhi. That's probably the last SP that I do want, because they only really have Haruhi as the SP. I think that's it for this particular one. So I'm missing a lot of things on this one. This is a lot of wide open space. More or less, I think I'll put the new Madoka sets in that one, because just, you want to fill everything up when you're doing all this. Next is going to be the Madoka series. The Madoka series, again, I didn't get into this one until after I actually liked the anime. If you have not watched the anime, it is a very good anime. You get lost after a while because of Homura. Then it all comes together in the movie, and now they have the side story, part 2, and all that stuff. I do have to still watch it. I have not watched it at all, but I do like Madoka, Homura, Mami. It's just when you really look at it, damn, this one's a pricier one. The Ultimate Madoka is gonna be pricey. Not as pricey as not SAO, but AOT, but it is going to be pricey nonetheless. But yeah, I am missing all those little different pieces all together. Like I said, this is her best friend, Madoka's best friend, and then you bring in Mami, then you bring in Kyoka. I have no idea why these two are like best friends somehow out of nowhere. Maybe I wasn't just paying attention, but it was really, really, really unique one, the Cube, is how he looks at things. That was just confusing to me. That really got me going. I was like, oh, snaps. But again, recommended anime if you do want to watch it. Haruhi is another one. So the collections I do, and I do carry all those stuff, is going to be the ones I have watched and I do like. I am missing a PR right there as well. And yes, this is the starter deck. Again, most of these cards are pack fresh, so keep in mind that. It is very, very expensive by the child deck of this particular set. 100%. Very difficult. Very overpriced for what it does. This is going to be the movie, I believe. Because she comes out of nowhere. I have no idea where she came from. I just know that she was there. And I'm like, okay. Got kind of confused on that. But in general. So, long story short, the booster boxes for Madoka 1 in the movie, Rebellion, understand that. Do not pay a very high price for them. They should be around that $50, at most $65. I can still purchase these. So, keep in mind that. Do not go bonkers. Oh my god, it's the last one, the $80. I see it on TCG Player. They are over-exaggerating all the prices, and I am missing all of these. I wish somebody would hit me up and say, hey, can I get a playset 4 of the Madoka Rebellion or the Madoka first one? I will call the distributors and ask for the actual product and crack it open. Because, in general, I do see TCG Player, they are going up in price, and it's going up a good amount. And to be honest, that particular set is not as popular, so I don't know why it's going up so much. Maybe because there is the secondary set, the side story and all that stuff coming out, which side story is not going to be, it's not going to be a hitter of a set. It's not strong, but it is for collector's piece. And the SPs that I do have for this one, let me see if I could put it right here. So I'm missing a whole bunch of PRs, but SPs are going to be here, 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 and that. I do have 6. They're not in one touches because they're not very expensive. Probably like $50-$60. Like this one, like $20 or something like that. But if you guys are, keep a tally on all the different random cards that are very pricey, and I do still have to buy more. And again, I'm missing one here, so most likely Madoka side store is going to go here, and then the other Madoka is going to go into the other slot with Haruhi. Alright, last but not least, we got this particular book. This is going to be Fairy Tales. I do like the anime. 100%, this is going to be an overpriced shenanigans here when it comes down to just collecting the pieces. Everybody's saying the power level on the cards are not strong. I get it. Booster boxes are incredibly high because people love Fairy Tales. 100% US loves Fairy Tail regardless if it's good, bad, ugly. If they would make a part 2, the final season, into like an extra booster or an actual booster set, that'll be godlike. And you know, if worse came to worse, that should be the next English original, and make it strong and make these cards playable again, because the booster boxes are on a collector's piece that I've kind of seen, and they're going up there from about that $100 range. So keep in mind that. And yes, I'm missing all these little things right here. This one's going to be a pricey one again to actually complete. There's just, dude, there's so many I'm missing. Like, I love it, but I don't know how much longer I can keep it up. Because these are just, look at these additional. I need a lot more. This is the trial deck. Trial decks, I actually have them. They're $40 a piece, and they do sell probably like one every other week. So people do love Fairy Tales. And again, this is not kind of a meta deck because of the strength and power level compared to the other ones. Just like everything you're seeing right now, they're just not up to par. Long story short, we do have Fairy Tales Wizard Lucy. This is Mashima's signature hot stamp. Do not want this guy. I don't care. He should never put his name on these two. I mean, what's the point? I want Wendy's voice actor. So we did get Wendy's voice actor. Juvias. And I do have Natsu, Gray, and Erza. Which one am I missing? Lucy. And that's the one thing I am looking forward to finding. Last time I seen it was 60 bucks. I should have copped on it, but there is just that one missing. And if you're looking for these hot stamps, they are only in the trial deck. So, that is why the trial deck is a little bit more pricey. And if you're going to ask me if I have a sealed one available, yes I do. And they are very, very pricey because I'm selling the decks for $40 a deck. Alright, so Log Horizon Season 2 is here. One thing I do have to say about this anime is just not a lot of explosive action. I think that they do need to have a very nice explosive action here. Love Akatsuki. One of probably the best girl out there in Log Horizon. She's dope too. But I think Akatsuki is probably the best one. This is getting scarce. Collector's item wise, this is 100% getting scarce. I only have 4 booster boxes left. Again, not meta, but it is probably one of those that will have value because of just a sheer I guess popularity in the western side for Log Horizon. They do have a next season. If you have not watched it, or I don't know if it's out today or tomorrow, or whatever it is, but watch it. I am going to watch it because I think Log Horizon is really good. I just rewatched the first one, and it's all about that database. You know, you got Krusty here, supposed to be one of the strongest guys ever. Sojiro is supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be strong. It's just a lot of different things on this particular anime. The one thing I do think that they should have, and this is a trial deck, millions of trial decks, so don't... Actually, no, the distributors, they ran out. So trial decks are going to get far and scarce on this particular set. So keep in mind that I am looking for the triple rare Akatsuki here. I think it's a triple rare Akatsuki because I got the... Yeah, I got this triple rare. We're missing this one. Pretty penny on this one's like 40 bucks. 40, 50 bucks for no reason. I will be picking it up sooner or later to buy just to complete the set. Plain old set, right? Now... Nazarick. So this particular set has slowed down. The reason I'm not too sure, but it just stopped picking up steam. Distributor has cases and cases of these things still available. One thing I do like about this, even though this guy is overpowered, I don't really like him at all, because just the way he is and how he acts, and I just don't like it. I just think somebody needs to come in and teach him a lesson. Just like how, if you watched Fairy Tales, how Natsu got basically taken down by guild arts. That's going to be something that Momo needs to happen. Whoever kind of mess with Shaltier needs to mess with him too, in a very bigger fashion, like till he's about to give up type of deal. That's me. But yeah. So, the firepower on this particular one, and especially in the anime, if you have not watched it, there's like 3 seasons, I think, or something like that in this one. I wish the battle scenes, like something that's in here, would be in Log Horizon. I think that's probably one of the better cases that I would love to see. More not talking and try to diplomatic way in Log Horizon, just more action. That's what I kind of want to see in Log Horizon. This one, like I said, I want to see Ainz get yoked up. Shaltier was probably a dope battle between these two. Again, her SP is very expensive. Same thing as Nabe. It's just insanely expensive on that. The trial deck does have the albedo that everybody wants. Very, very expensive there too. Trial decks are sold out 1000% of this particular set. You cannot get them. And I don't even know if any of the distributors do have them. I gotta actually call in and see. But I'll probably do that afterwards because we're kind of running out of kind of the hitters, right? You gotta have all these in place. I do have all the triple rares here as well. And now if you're looking at what SPs that I did get, I do have the Evil Eye Blue Rose. I love this character so much. Albedo, this, and there. Yes, I'm missing Nabe and Shaltier. Those are probably the more pricier ones. I just very expensive, and I don't want to pay for it. Nabe, I might pay 120 for it, but that's about it. I don't even want to go any higher than that. But yeah, that is going to be my part 3 You guys could tally up all the points, but it is getting up and up and up because there are single cards in specific sets that are worth $10+. Alright, y'all. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, make a comment. Thank you very much. Take care.